Hello, the people, the fans, the not-so-fans. What is up? I am on the Cleo Patreon server. I guess it's called Cleocraft. Even though she doesn't like that, but whatever. Today, we are building my new shop. I know you guys are new to this. I've not recorded on here. In fact, I haven't recorded in quite a while, and I'm not going to apologize for that because I had my reasons. But I will say I'm glad to be recording again. I'm glad that I feel excited to record, I guess. Would be more accurate. But so here we are. We're building a bookshop, actually. And I have absolutely zero plans for this. But seeing as I actually have a cow farm up and running now, which I get up on every server. I figured I might as well make a library shop or bookshop or whatever. I think I'm gonna call it something to the effect of Prismarine Press or Prismarine Print or something like that, or not print, that'd be stupid. Prismarine Post or Press, one of the two. And I'm gonna check and see if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not gonna work, is it? Oh well, I guess it'll just be... Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the 7 side. But then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we'll just shorten it on this side. I wasn't sure that was going to work, but it is going to work, and it will be beautiful. And so, guys, I'm just recording again because, I don't know, I just felt like this would be kind of a cool thing to record again, or to do when starting to record again. And I really hope you guys like it because, what I did to get all this Prismarine was I actually cleared out a Guardian farm and I hollowed out the inside of it. I was originally going to leave it as it was, but that kind of turned into a project that I wasn't quite ready for. Because basically it was going to take me so long just to move around the stupid thing. And clearing out the water in the rooms was just... I really couldn't be bothered. It would have been such a pain. But maybe I'll take you guys to go see that in a little while. For right now, I'm going to talk about this shop. Basically what this shop is going to sell is all book products and possibly some poetry. I'm not really sure. I think it'd be kind of cool if people could, like, order poetry or whatever. Or, they could pay just to have a random poem given to them. Something like that. I am a writer and I do love writing. I just don't have enough excuse to do it a lot of the time. But I am going to be starting a website soon that kind of showcases some of my smaller works, with, like, a writing portfolio, I guess. And that's going to be really cool because I wanted to do something like that for a really long time. And one of my friends, Zershade, who you should totally go check out on YouTube, he does, like, Sky Factory, and he does some other games. He doesn't just do Minecraft, but he does vanilla, he does Sky Factory and modded. He was doing mod sauce, but we are probably discontinuing that server in favor of me getting a Magicality server. Although I'm not sure it's going to stay that way because Magicality, I'm not sure. I think there was something wrong with the ore generation, but I'm not sure about that yet. What I do know is that you should go check out Zershade because he is a really cool YouTuber. He does a lot of hard work on his stuff. Every time I talk to him, he's been recording this or recording that, so go check him out. And yeah, so the plan for this is not very planned out yet, but it's gonna be kind of a corner shop, and it's just gonna be a simple little thing. I'm actually gonna dot the floor here with some prismarine, some of the regular prismarine, because I think that'll look kind of cool if I just kind of randomly dot around some prismarine gravel stuff. It's basically what it is. We're gonna use sea lanterns and stuff, and we're not gonna use a whole lot of normal blocks because normal blocks are boring. Why would you do that? And actually sometime during this video I'm going to show you, sorry about that, I'm going to show you what's over there because I built that too. Yeah, that looks kind of neat, doesn't it? Alright. And then I don't really want any of them touching each other, so I'm probably not going to add much more. Except to maybe accent corners. And maybe I'll do some more as I go along. But basically what I want to do is I want to have a simple little shop that's not too showy, but I want it to look nice as well. And I'm just gonna, if I tear it down a couple of times, I'm sorry, but I just want to do something really simple, really cute, and it's not going to be a big deal. It's just going to be a cute little shop. But basically on Cleo's server here, we have been really busy, but for the last couple of weeks everybody pretty much left spawn, so it's been really quiet as far as people working together on projects and things like that. I thought I made that. Oh, you know what? I gotcha. Okay. So, I've been waiting to do this shop for a couple of weeks. I got my cow farm up and running probably last week or the week before, and I've basically been stockpiling materials since. And then I obtained all this prismarine, and I figured it would be the perfect time to start my shop. So here we are. And I wasn't going to record because lately I've been in kind of this funk where life got busy and it didn't really allow for me any time to myself where I felt that I could record. But then, I don't know, I just kind of got this feeling that I really wanted to record again. And so, here we are. And yeah. So, I don't really have a terrible lot of stuff to talk about, but I'm just gonna say that I'm probably not gonna be doing mod sauce anymore, because as I said, that server is actually probably going to be being taken down. And in its place is Magicality, which I may or may not record on if it works. It's just not, I don't know, I thought doing mods would make things more fun, but it turned out that it was so much work to do what I wanted to do, which was get to a point where I could just build and I wouldn't have to worry about gathering materials, worry about doing AE, worry about explaining where I got this or that or the other thing or whatever. And it was just so much work. And when I went on mods, I didn't want it to be work. I wanted to have fun building and not... Because what I was doing was... The whole plan for doing Mod Sauce was to do Mod Sauce differently. Well, it turns out that's harder than it sounds. At least how it sounded to me. So, I know I'm rambling, but there's not a whole lot to talk about with my build, so I'm gonna make sure that my video settings are on to bright so that you guys can actually see this since I'm working at night, but yeah, it's gonna be a really simple little shop where people can just come and buy some books, maybe chill out a little bit. I hope you guys don't mind my texture pack. It's a custom one that I literally can't play Minecraft without this. It makes everything so much prettier, and default makes things ugly, so there. But yeah, maybe in a little bit I'll show you around town, and then we'll come back when I have finished this, but this is kind of the feel I'm going for. Just a rinky-dink little thing where I can sell my books. So let's go explore a little around town while I've got you here, and then I'm gonna cut out to finish some of the build, and then I will bring you back, because I feel like I'm rambling at you and you don't want to hear that necessarily. So this was built by, that's Sean's chickens. I hate chickens, and they know it, and so they tend to kind of mess with me about it, and I'm gonna kill them all. Anyway, so this was built by Lost in the Damned, on like the first, it was one of the first things to go up, if I remember correctly. These are my horses. My horses are beautiful, but they're kind of slow. So I actually have a different horse that I use to travel. This is my companion cube with a cake on top and a radio on top of that. So this is all Portal themed. If you don't know what this is, go figure it out, because we can't talk until you figure it out. And so this is the inside. It's kind of bare. It's just my chests. I just needed a spot to put my chests, so I built a companion cube. This is my little bedroom. It's nothing special. It's just there for bedroom sakes. And you can actually go up on top of the cube if we come up here. And I actually got quite a nice view from up here. You can see the Patreon symbol. My clouds are kind of obscuring it because my clouds are pains in the butt. Our iron farm is not working at the moment. Well, it is, but it's working very, very slowly. We've had hearts all over the place since Valentine's Day, but I'll show you more about Valentine's Day stuff in a little bit. The shop right across from where mine is going is actually, that is Loriana's shop, and he's just a really cool guy. He doesn't have a YouTube, but we're kind of trying to convince him to record, so maybe in the near future. And that area over there is the shopping district, and I'm hoping to expand it farther that way, except that the way that they've built the shops, I'm trying to figure out roads to go around. So, and I actually live right next to Cleo, who I will show you her little tower in a bit. I've had to divine this tower once, and then they told me that I could use water. So, thanks guys. But yeah. So there's this, and I'm not sure why there's a dirt pillar there, but I'm sure there's a good reason, I guess. And then if we come over here, this is spawn center. This was Zershade's build. Well, this was Zershade's area, in which he determined what went in this. Illyriana made the statue. I made the willow tree. Well, it's called the Giving Tree. And basically, people just put their stuff in here that they don't want. It's kind of like Mumbo's Junkometer, except a little bit different. You can take stuff out of it and stuff like that. This is the Beautification Committee headquarters, and this was me, Shade, and Me Mines. We're doing just some little beautification around spawn. Like after Christmas, we went around and removed a lot of the snow that had been placed around. This is my pride and joy. This is Town Hall. And right down there, that is somebody else's base. That's Marker's little house. But this is Town Hall. This took so much donation of quartz. Zershade did the pixel arts, but in here, as you can see right there, this is our guardian tank. And Illyriana has been nice enough to escort some of the guardians from his farm down here, and he put them in the tank for us. There were originally 2 tanks here, and I have amended that because the first time we originally had 5 in each. Soon to be 10. It was going to be 10 per tank, and then they were glitching out and wandering off and stuff like that, and so now we have 5 in this tank. I think we counted at the last Cleo Patreon meeting. This is where we basically all wander off to when we have our meetings. And it was made for that purpose. And then a couple of members had made this down here, sort of. But I have revamped it with some prismarine and some quartz, of course. And this is going to possibly be our jail cell for anybody who violates specific rules, but we haven't cleared that with anybody yet. None of the mods, except for myself, obviously, have seen it or are, you know, supporting it or anything like that. So down here is just the jailhouse, and it's not very exciting. But here is going to be rules. This is the Hall of Cleophian Law. And there's going to be rules here eventually. I just haven't gotten to it. And this is going to be, if I can get people to agree to this, I still have to organize them and stuff. But this is going to be the wall where everybody keeps their... Everybody is going to... Well, whoever wants to can create a banner so that when they're making their builds and stuff, when they need to mark out their builds, they can put their banner instead. And that way, it's easier than putting sign after sign after sign down and writing on each one of them that it was you that put the sign there and that you've claimed that for your use. That is pretty much all that I have for Town Hall. This giant zombie over here. It was built by Jackson, and he and Void Ford, who also has a YouTube channel. He made the angels, but this is decorated currently for Valentine's Day. But he was Santa Claus for Christmas. And so I'm supposing they're probably going to do him up as a bunny for Easter. Or a leprechaun for St. Patrick's Day, something like that. I don't know what they ever decided to do with it, but we will see, and maybe I'll, maybe I'll record again and show you guys what they're doing with that. And if you saw the Cleo statue over here, I'm sorry, there's just so much. If you saw the giant Cleo statue over here that I neglected to mention, it's been here a while, so I barely even see it now. But the Cleo statue, it was Illyriana and Ryan, who I hardly ever see on here, unfortunately, because he's a pretty good builder. We had a bunch of mushroom stands, or mushroom cows, but we seem to think that they were killed by lightning. Not sure how that happens, but that is apparently what happened, because I don't know anybody on this server who would have killed them. But yeah, this is the Patreon symbol, a little bit more up close. Cleo fixed that. We had it up there and it wasn't finished for a little while, but now it's finished. Oh, I fell. But I helped shade with all of this, and I think I'm going to take you guys to my base. And while we're on the way to the base, I will show you what we've done with the Nether Hub. This is the Nether Hub. I don't know how to pronounce the name of the guy that built this, and so I'm not going to attempt on recording, because that would be embarrassing. But we're going to head down the yellow tunnel, and I'm going to kind of tell you what to expect at my base. My base is decorated, well, the location for my base was picked specifically to be near an ocean monument, and it is built into a mountain. Now, it's going to be, there's going to be some above ground builds, but the way that you're going to be able to get into those builds is through the mountain base, and that's going to be kind of nifty. But it's going to be everything. The base isn't finished, but when I'm finished with it, it's going to be prismarine and sandstone, just like my shop. That's a combination that I love to death, because prismarine's really hard to get, and I would build in quartz, except that quartz is really kind of a pain in the butt to obtain a lot of. So I work with sandstone, because it's a cheaper, similar look and feel. This is my portal, and you will see in a moment what I mean. So this is my base. I also use some andesite just to offset the sandstone. This is the main part of my base. What's out there is, I'll show you in a little bit, but these are my animals. My donkey is currently at spawn, and this is my horse. My horse is amazing. These are my teal sheep, because I'm going to be needing a bunch of teal wool for banners. You come over here. It's obviously not finished, you can tell, but this is my chest room where I keep all of my stuff and things. I actually have some extra storage set up back there for dirt, stone bricks, andesite, diorite, and granite, which is basically all the stuff you'll run into a lot of while you're mining. And so obviously you'll have a surplus of those things. And this is blocked off because on the other side of here is my that's my sugarcane farm. So you can see you could just drop it into the back here, and it'll go down via hopper to the next chest, and the next chest, and the next chest. And that's just how I do my extra storage. And in here is just, back here is my enchanting station. I basically can do everything extra that is at, like brewing, smelting, enchanting, fixing, crafting, all that is done at the end of my chest room. I need to find a place for my bed, but this is, I call this Bunny Bay because when I got here there were tons and tons and tons of bunnies all over the place. Because obviously this is a new area and that's pretty much what just spawned. So if you come over here, I can show you what is over here. And here we have this is actually where the base started, and then it went over there. But down here, which is, I mean, this cow farm was originally the entire reason that I wanted a base when I wanted a base. So I use Izuma's kind of idea, but I make it entirely my own. It just drops down the cows, the baby cows, once you breed them in here. And then you come down here. And there they are. I'm not really sure why there's an adult cow and the rest of them aren't grown up, but they might be just growing up just now. But yep, it's just a simple, non-mob evader, non-complicated little thing. And as you can see, I've got tons of steak, I've got tons of leather, I've got tons of raw steak. So, you know, this is what I've done with it. So, and that's my nano farm back there, for wheat for the cows. And so that's pretty much it for my base. So I think at this point I'm going to head back to spawn, and I'm gonna leave you guys for a little bit, and then I'll bring you back when I have gotten more of my shop done. So I will see you in just a second. Well guys, what do you think? I finished it off. I put a roof on the top. I like to make the roof out of glass because then it lets daylight in during the day, and then I don't have to worry about mobs during the day. I put in some sea lanterns on the floor so that it would kind of blend in and it wouldn't be obnoxious lighting all over the place. I put in bookshelves and chests. One of these is going to be the payment chests, and one of them is going to be the actual product, which is books and quills, and obviously the written books. I might have them labeled like that. And I'll probably also sell bookshelves, but I will figure all that out at some point. But I have actually run out of time to record, guys. I actually have to be meeting somebody today, so I will get back to recording another time. But that's it for this episode, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'm not really sorry that I haven't recorded, but I'm glad you guys are back. I will see you guys next time.